wondering, Mike, about pressure. I mean, do you feel like you're under a lot of pressure? I mean, A, you've got pressure to make a work every single day. You've said it yourself, you have to do it. B, you've got 2.5 million followers and growing. Do you feel a tremendous amount of pressure? Even just managing 2.5 million or like whatever you feel you're obligated to them.
I don't feel like I'm obligated to them at all. Definitely not. I mean, that's the thing, being obligated to followers, it's sort of like, why would I be, like, I appreciate people sort of like, you know, having interest in my work, but I don't necessarily feel like I sort of like owe people something, especially because I don't know these people. Being a part of this community is something that's very special and something that, you know, I take seriously. But at the end of the day, I'm very focused on trying to make the work that is exciting to me.
Do you read the comments?
I don't read the comments usually, just because the comments are somebody else's, a random person's thought that I don't know, and I haven't vetted that person to make sure I even care what they think, to be quite honest. And it could just be like a little kid just being, this is stupid, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, well, why would you listen to that at all? But to me also, to your point of most of the comments are really sort of like positive. It's not super honestly helpful, I think, to see that either, especially when I know some days that I did not really sort of like give it my all or whatever. That's you know, not every day is going to be a like home run or whatever, and then to see people just for whatever chance it connects with them, this is the greatest thing, and it's kind of like, well, I know it's not, and it's like that kind of like messes with your head too, that I don't think that's like super healthy to see either.
Ultimately, you really are, from the beginning, you were doing these for yourself, right? I mean, it's really, it's an audience of one for the most part?
Yeah, I would say that stayed pretty consistent in terms of who I'm trying to appease or sort of like speak to in a way. I think it's, sometimes I'm trying to speak to like a broader audience, but I'm always trying to say that in my own kind of voice and try to make a picture that to me is the picture that I'm most excited about making that day. Right. And I think when you do that, you can connect with people in a way that you can't when it feels like you're being sort of like forced to do something, or that you're making a picture where they think, you think you're trying to make what you think other people would like. Right. I think people can see that that's kind of like fake and just it doesn't feel as authentic.
Mike was on Jimmy Fallon. Tell everybody, first you made one of your everydays live on the show. So
I did.
Here we go.
Moon, people sleeping, laughing.
That kind of sums up
your
our
face.
show.
Tell everybody about the catastrophe that happened afterwards.
We did the thing, he showed it, you know, and it's taped at like 5 o'clock or whatever. It airs at 11:30. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to, you know, post my everyday and ruin the surprise, because they kind of had it like, you know, a surprise at the end of the show or whatever. I'm not going to post it before 11:35 before it airs or whatever, but I'm going to post it at 11:45 because I have to post it before midnight, because that's sort of the rule that I've sort of set up over these last 15 years.
Never missed once in 15 years.
And so 11:45 comes, and I'm watching TV. I'm on the Tonight Show. Look at this. This is so great. And I must have just ignored the alarm.
Oh, you actually set an alarm?
Yeah, I set an alarm for 11:45. It's like, I'm going to post it at 11:45. I'm sitting there watching it. Also, oh my God. Pick up my phone, 12:04.
Most people understood, and most people's comments were, it's, you know, 11 o'clock in Chicago, so don't worry about it.
Everybody was very much like, who cares, dude, what do you care? But it definitely bothered me a lot. And that's the thing, I don't expect anybody to care or anybody to understand, because it's not their project.
Right.
But it was my project, and I made that promise to myself that I was going to do that every day before midnight, and I broke that promise.